Want to ask you, Tripura is a small state from the northeast of India. During the Bangladesh Liberation War, a huge number of Bengali refugees came to Tripura, never went back after the situation became normal. Now they have become a majority, and the native people have become a minority in their very own land. Native people are asking the government of India for a solution, but they don't pay much heed to it. Should the Indian government not give first preference to its own state people first in terms of the cultural safety and security, land, and then think to bring policies like CA because it can do exodus to native people like living in Assam and Tripura specifically, and their culture and identity after some 100 years? If we are to talk about humanity, saving your own Indian is the first and foremost kind of humanity. So, what you are saying, sir, is absolutely true. In 1971, there was this horrific genocide that the Pakistanis carried out in Bangladesh, in present day Bangladesh. Mostly Hindus, between 1 to 5 million people were massacred. The Americans supported that, and because of this, there was a huge exodus of Hindus into India, mainly into what we now call northeast of India, the far east of India. Many of them came into Bengal, and many of them came into Tripura. Now, if you look at the history of Tripura, it is the homeland of the Tripuri people, who are the original inhabitants of Tripura, going back I don't know how many centuries. But the Tripuri people are the original inhabitants, the indigenous inhabitants of Tripura. After 1971, I don't know how many lakhs of refugees, Bengali Hindu refugees, came into Tripura. They settled down, and today, if you look at the population of Tripura, it's majority Bengali speaking. Nothing against the Bengali people, but the government of India should have definitely done something to safeguard the uh, the rights of the indigenous people of Tripura. Today, if you look at Tripura, you don't even know that the Tripuri people exist there. They have become a very small minority. They used to have a great kingdom, very beautiful and interesting culture. The Tripuri culture, the Tripura kingdom. Today, you see no trace of that, and there are very few Tripuri people that you know of. There was this lady. What's her name? She was a winner of one of the Indian Idol seasons. Her name was Saurabhi Dev Varman, I think. I have no idea what happened to her, but yeah, that is one example of a person that belongs to the original indigenous people of Tripura. So I agree that what happened in Tripura is terrible. The entire state was taken over by refugees, and today they are essentially permanent inhabitants of that. So yeah, it's tragic, and I don't know what's the solution now. It's been so long, like 40. How many years has it been? 40 years, 50 years, something like that. It's been several decades. It's almost impossible to undo these demographic changes after so long. The government should have taken care of this issue at that time. Now, what do you do? I really don't know. So, this is the kind of situation you have in India. And it's something that's still going on in a variety of ways. And it's something this country needs to deal with in the long run if we don't want a disastrous demographic change because of, you know, demographic engineering, which is what happened in Tripura. So I agree that what happened needs to be recognized. Something needs to be done to preserve the cultural integrity of whatever remains of the original culture of Tripura. Something needs to be done about that. I think the government of Tripura should take care of it, or the central government should take care of it, but something certainly needs to be done.